guys, how's it going? Thought today on the way home, we've got a really big storm coming in from the west, and so I suspect this rain's going to get harder and harder as I get closer to the house. But I figured people would be curious how full self-driving works in bad weather. It actually does a really good job. If it ever gets too heavy to where the cameras can't see, it will ask you to take over. But so far the experience that I've had has been pretty promising with it. Auto wipers have actually gotten better too. There was a while where they would default to auto if FSD was engaged, and there was no way to disable them. So a lot of times you'd be going down the road and it'd be dry and the wipers would just start going. So the auto wipers have been a kind of a point of contention in the past. But they did an update a while back that allowed you to turn them off while FSD was engaged. And so I started doing that for a while to keep them from just going and you looking like an idiot. But lately it seems like they're at least responding more appropriately. And of course they're going pretty good now because it's raining really hard. That little beep you just heard, it says, gives you a warning that says poor weather detected. Full self-driving may be degraded, so it kind of gives you a warning if as it gets harder and harder to rain, to let you know that you may have to take over. But so far it's handling it fine. I would like to at least go far enough to see some of the actual navigation where, you know, slowing down, turning, stopping, you know, during the bad weather too, so you can see how it still is able to detect all of its surroundings well enough to still drive. And there is a point, of course, where it would be too much for it to be able to see, just like a human driver. If the rain gets hard enough, it's best just to pull over and wait it out. We'll have a left turn coming up here in a little over a mile, where we'll exit 84 on the Forester Road. I don't know how the audio is going to be with this rain. Hopefully it's not too loud. Teslas are, most Tesla models are all-wheel drive, and they also have really fine-tuned traction control to each wheel. So they're actually very good in adverse conditions. We don't have to deal with ice and snow, obviously down here very much, but I've heard they're very good in ice and snow as well for people that are up north. Making this left now on the Forester. Still no issues whatsoever yet. As you can see, we've got some cars coming up from the right, and that saw them no problem even through the rain. Stopped here at this yield sign by itself. So as far as rain sensors go, just like with all the driving suite, it's only using cameras. So there's no rain sensor like a lot of cars. I mean, most cars have auto wipers these days. Most of them have a rain sensor, but Tesla opted to go a full, just pure vision approach. So it uses the cameras and artificial intelligence basically to look at the surroundings and say, hey, it's raining, I need the wipers on. So like I said, it's taking a little bit of tweaking to get it right, but they are acting appropriately right now. Probably running a little bit faster than I would normally run them because I keep Rain-X washer fluid in the car to shed most of the water off, so I usually keep my wipers on very minimally. But I guess the auto wipers don't necessarily know that, so they're just wiping based on how hard it's raining. Again, for anybody who may be concerned about me holding my phone, I'm just holding it over the center console over here. I'm not looking at it. I hit record way back there, and I'm just holding it up, kind of in the center, so you can see the screen and the windshield. And, I've had FSD engaged the whole time. Have not had to make any speed adjustments. Have not had to brake or accelerate. And the only contact I've had with the wheel is, you'll probably notice right in here on the screen, occasionally it'll pop up right there, and they'll say apply slight turning force to the wheel, and I just have to give it just a little bit of a pressure on the wheel to make that acknowledgement go away, and that's just to make sure that I'm not going to sleep or grossly not paying attention. For anybody who may not have seen one of these videos yet, when full self-driving is engaged, it does look for speed limit signs. It uses its cameras to look, and you can see right in here, it's got a little speed limit sign. That shows you the last speed limit sign that it saw. It was set to 30, and then when it saw the last 40-mile-an-hour sign, it bumped itself up to 44. I've got an offset set there, so you can set it to whatever percentage or number of miles per hour over the limit or under the limit. You can customize that however you want to. I've got it set to default to 10% over whatever the posted speed limit is. And then if you want to further tweak that for other conditions or whatever, you can make adjustments on this scroll wheel right here, up or down, to dial your speed up or down. One click for 1 mile an hour. You can give it a little flick of the wheel, will change it by 5 miles per hour at a time. So we're coming up on Ross Clark Circle now, and this is one spot where the previous version of FSD used to have trouble because it was mostly C++ code. You know, it just looked at, if it said, hey, you see a stop sign, stop there. It was all code language, and for most cases that's fine, but you'll see right up here there's a stop sign just over to the right there. That stop sign actually belongs to the gas station, but somebody hit it at some point and twisted that sign pole about 90 degrees, so it looks like the stop sign is actually facing this road when it's really not. But as you could just see, this FSD version 12, it recognizes that stop sign shouldn't be right there in the right as an intersection starting, and so just like every other human being does, it sees it, but it basically ignores it. It kind of rules it out as noise because it knows that you're not supposed to stop right where all the turn lanes are in that before that intersection. So it's pretty neat to see how the artificial intelligence in version 12 has kind of picked up on things like that. The rain has kind of slacked off a little bit right here. I guess one of the bands has passed. There's another big band of storms coming right behind this. So I'm trying to beat that home before any hail or tornadoes come up. But I think that's probably enough. It's been almost 10 minutes. I'm going to cut this off. I don't want to make it too long or boring. Just want to keep putting some stuff out there so that people are aware of what Tesla and full self-driving are capable of and what some of the stuff they're working on, because it truly is mind-blowing. And while it's not perfect and still requires a driver to be in control right now, I let it do 99% of all of my driving, to and from work every day, road trips, pretty much everything. I let it drive for the vast majority of the time, and it does perfect 99% of the time. So anyway, I will get off of here, and I hope to see y'all next time. See ya.